NBA 2K17 succeeds by touching a spot on the backboard most other sports games can't jump up and reach. Even when it feels too grindy or misses a step, it provides great options and singular moments of basketball gameplay bliss that are hard to top. The NBA 2K series works for me because it excites me as a NBA superfan. It's a game that celebrates the athletes, taps into the excitement of a big-time dunk, and allows me to customize who I want to be on the court. Sometimes I get flustered by a floaty pass or thrown off by a player like Kevin Durant or Andrew Wiggins looking far too skinny, but then I'll hit a deep three with Steph Curry that makes the fans at Oracle Arena go ham, and I'm all in again.
Another three for Golden State.
The same concept applies to just about every facet of NBA 2K17. I'm not in love with the grind of my career mode, but the amount of options at my disposal in my GM means I don't care if I spend one more minute in my career. On the court, some smart new tweaks let you get an extra boost to the accuracy of your jump shots by pulling straight down on the right stick, but you can also just press the shoot button if that doesn't feel comfortable. Again, it's all about options, and NBA 2K17 provides plenty of them. Allen Iverson's recent induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame feels all too perfect, as NBA 2K17's focus on chaining together crossovers and spins feels like an homage to the signature style of its former longtime cover athlete. In previous NBA 2K games, I often felt stuck in animations and not in control at all times, but now it's much easier to string together dribbling maneuvers and put together a sequence that can leave defenders behind. This same type of flow carries over to shooting, where for the first time it feels like I have an ability to pull up off the dribble and really play in space between the three-point line and the paint. There are times when I lose that level of control, and that's when NBA 2K17 trips over its own feet. Passes don't always have an appropriate amount of zip on them, players can take an excessively long time to get in position to start a play, and on-ball defenders can randomly be pushed backwards by an opposing player. These are all things I have no control over, and when they happen, the outcomes can sometimes feel unfair. All of the action on the court is highlighted by commentary that remains the best and most varied in the sports genre.
Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
David Aldridge is now roaming the sidelines, and Greg Anthony and Kevin Harlan are joined by a rotating crew of new announcers such as Chris Webber, Doris Burke, Brent Barry, and Steve Smith. My career is mostly carefree and non-linear this year, which is a positive coming off Spike Lee's handcuffing story mode in NBA 2K16. However, when the focus isn't on the basketball, that's when my career still loses me. My career is built on grinding out points you can put towards leveling up your player. The problem is going to mandatory practices and sponsorship events is mundane, and not being able to skip through cutscenes only adds another level to the grind. If I could just play the games and focus on getting closer with my teammates on the court, I would care a lot more about sticking with it. Moving beyond my career, I go full-on basketball nerd when it comes to my GM, as the options really are close to limitless here. You can now expand the NBA to 36 teams if you want, and this comes with all the perks of building an arena and naming your team. The mode goes so much further than that as well by providing draft pick protections, a detailed way to handle your substitution patterns, and includes a whole multitude of other highly specific details that are appreciated by the inner general manager and myself. Finally, the online portion of NBA 2K17 has been stable so far. My park suffers from a bit of input lag here and there, and the My Team auction house can be a bit slow at peak hours, but in comparison to previous NBA 2K games where entire modes were broken for days or weeks after release, this has been a very successful launch. NBA 2K17 is another rock-solid game in the franchise. It features worthwhile updates to the dribbling and shooting mechanics, and it backs up those improvements off the court in ways that make me care about managing my team. All in all, I know NBA 2K17 will be in my gaming rotation for many months to come. And for more on all things NBA 2K17, stick with IGN.